Are you feeling stuck in life and wishing your life was wildly different than what it currently is? Maybe you've tried all the typical advice, but still feel like you're light years away from the reality you actually want. Imagine if you could step into a completely different reality, one where your dreams are already your daily life. Sounds too good to be true? Well, I'm here to show you exactly how to make that happen fast with quantum jumping. Quantum jumping is a metaphysical technique where you shift your consciousness to a parallel reality where a version of you already exists. The observer effect suggests that the act of observing a quantum particle can influence its behavior. So quantum jumps occur when intentional energy is poured into manifesting ourselves into a universe where the desired outcome becomes reality. And this happens all the time in daily life. Anytime something changes suddenly, could be considered evidence of a quantum jump. Just like I did, you might have had the assumption that you need to hustle and work hard for transformation to occur. But what if I told you that stepping into your dream life is less of a doing and more about being? And before I dive into how to do this, why quantum jump in the first place? Well, life is short. And why stay in a reality that doesn't fulfill you? It's like watching someone else live out the life that you were meant for. If you don't learn how to quantum jump, you risk settling into mediocrity, and there's nothing more tragic than a dream left unfulfilled. Quantum jumping isn't some woo-woo idea. It's a tool that can shift your whole perspective and catapult you into a life where you're actually excited to wake up each day. There is a version of you in a parallel reality already experiencing your dream life, and so why not choose to live out that timeline instead of the painful, struggling, stuck one you're in now? I discovered quantum jumping in my mid-20s. I had started 9-to-5 jobs and I was hating it so much, and my big dream was to become a digital nomad. I had just picked up the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and I was like, oh my god, this is exactly the life I want. But I had no people around me who was working remotely, who was working from their laptop. Everybody had 9-to-5s. This was pre-COVID, so remote working was not something very common. But despite the limited evidence I had of this lifestyle in my life, I decided to take up some freelance work on the side of my 9-to-5. And the goal was that once I'm earning the same amount as I'm earning for my office job, I would quit my office job and become a digital nomad. 8 months went by in this 9-to-5 job. I hated it. I was so cold. I hated I was still living in cold Stockholm. I'm Swedish, by the way. I just wanted to go to some paradise beach somewhere and work from my laptop. One day, as I was sitting in my bed, eating chocolate ice cream, crying that I still hadn't progressed with my dream, I decided, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to quit and become a nomad now. At that point, I was only earning around $300 per month from my freelance work, and that wouldn't be enough to live in most places of the world. So I decided I would go to Asia, specifically Thailand, where it was actually possible to live on that low income per month. I was working from a co-working space, so I was surrounded by nomads at all times. I went to a nomad conference. So I really started to feel like this is who I am. I am a digital nomad. Even though I was earning so little money, I was starting to shift my identity. I was also every day spending some time visualizing this reality of me being a digital nomad, and I could work from anywhere in the world and afford this lifestyle and not having to go back to 9-to-5 ever again. And with time, I started to earn more and more, and I now live the 4-hour work week. I don't have to work more than 4 hours a week, and it's just crazy that this actually happened. I have quantum jumped to that reality that I felt was so unattainable in my mid-20s. So if I can quantum jump to my dream life, so can you. There are 3 types of blocks that stops us from stepping into a new reality. The first one is the overthinker's block. This is where you analyze everything to the point of paralysis. The second one is the what if trap, where you worry so much about what could go wrong that you don't take any action at all. And the third one is the comfort zone wall, where you keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But deep down, you're afraid to leave what's familiar. And recognizing which one is keeping you stuck is the first step to breaking through and getting on that new timeline. Let me know in the comments which one of these three is your procrastination block. Now, quantum jumping isn't just about manifesting, it's about recalibrating your whole energy so it matches the reality you want. Here's a quote by physicist Max Planck that always gets me. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is the essence of quantum jumping. The world around you responds to your perception. Shift your energy and your reality follows. Now write in the comments if this resonates. I'm ready to step into my dream reality. This is your way of telling the universe that you are ready to shift. When you're done with this episode, I want you to take 5 minutes to write down exactly how your dream life would look like. And just go for it. No restrictions. This isn't about making a to-do list. It's about sending out the energy that aligns you with what you truly want. So for me, that was becoming a digital nomad and have passive income. But for you, it might be something different. Maybe you want to become a confident dancer, or become a surgeon, or start a dog charity. Now looking back, I realized my biggest problem and what took it so long for me to quantum jump was my own disbelief. I kept waiting for something external to give me permission, but the truth is that no one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to declare it, step into it, and stop asking if it's realistic. That's how you start seeing the shifts. Here's the tough love part. If you want a new reality, you have to be willing to leave your old one behind. And that might mean shedding limiting beliefs, toxic influences, or routines that keep you playing small. And chances are you already know what that big thing is. This big thing that keeps holding you back, and you keep seeing a pattern of this coming up in your life, and that's because you're meant to release it. Perhaps it's a lack of self-worth because you had child trauma. Perhaps you have a tendency towards procrastination and sleeping in. Let me know one thing that you are letting go of, that it does not serve you, in the comments. Because letting go creates space for the new life to enter. And then I want you to visualize the dream life that I asked you to write down. Every single day, just 1 minute is all you need. And see this life as already yours. So I kept telling everybody I was a digital nomad, even though I was earning so little. I was barely scraping by on that lifestyle. Every time I told people I was a digital nomad, I kept reinforcing that to my mind. So you might have heard about the law of assumption. That's exactly what this is. By believing in something, you can manifest it into existence. What we assume to be true becomes our reality. Now, if your dream life involves freedom and fulfillment, then you need to check out my free masterclass on how to create a soulful online business around your passion so you no longer have to rely on a 9-to-5. Link in the description. Look, you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You have everything you need to start this journey right now. So don't wait for some mystical perfect moment or for someone else to validate you. Take the leap, because you're worth it. And if you want to get newsletters from me to see what's new in the spirit nomad world, then link in the description. When you join, you get a free guide on how to find your purpose in 5 simple steps, which is so important when you want to manifest your dream life, because once you're aligned with your purpose, everything else starts falling into place. Remember, the reality that you want is already waiting for you. You just have to go and grab it. Love you so much and have a beautiful day.